another thing that you need to understand is, people tend to think that this is something that, we talked about this as well, this is something that is dirty that we need to clean. No, it is not something that is dirty that we need to clean. It is something that is clean that we make it dirty. We need to stop making it dirty. How do we make it dirty? By raga, dvesha and moha. So every moment there is a pure mind, but because of raga, dvesha and moha, it gets defiled. So every moment you can enjoy the tranquility. So this is the most important thing. Every single moment you can sit down, and at that split second, if you focus on your mind and make sure it doesn't get defiled, you are in a state, you are in a pure state, you are in a clean state, as long as you don't get these defiled, right? For example, in the Chullapantaka, Chullapantaka was given a white cloth, and he was asked to wipe it with his hand, and then he understood that this was white. I am the one who made it dirty by wiping it. You're trying to wipe it. You think you're trying to clean it. There's nothing to clean. It is clean already. I am the one who's making it dirty. Right? So now, what needs to be done for nirvana? Or what needs to be done to achieve nibbhana? Raga anushaya, you need to get rid of the raga anushaya of the sukha vedana, patiga anushaya from the dukha vedana, avidya anushaya from the upeksha vedana. Right? So anushaya is what is left. So when something happens, all of a sudden, or when you see something, all of a sudden the raga anushaya jumps in, because there is still anushaya in there. The anushaya is there because you still have avidya, because you haven't understood fully, you haven't comprehended fully. You probably have comprehended as a sotapanna, maybe sakadagami, maybe anagami, not as a arihatun vahanse. When you comprehend everything, that means you have no anushaya, there is nothing left. So the raga won't jump in, the raga won't come into play, because raga comes into play, agra. So you want to roam around because you have a feeling that it will give you some kind of pleasure. So that is what you need to understand. Nirodha, another word that is very important, nirodha, like kama. Nirodha is a very important word that we use most of the time. You need to understand what nirodha means correctly. Niruddha is nirodha. What is niruddha? Uddha is creating. Niruddha is not creating. So that is what nirodha means. Rupa nirodhai nivan suva danenava. When we say Rupa nirodhai nivan suva danenava, that means I am not creating this. When we say Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana, the nirodha is for the Rupa upadana skandhya, Vedana upadana skandhya, right? You need to understand that as well. There is a vipaka and a abhisankara. There are two, right? So this is to do with the upadana skandhya. Rupa nirodha means you are not roaming around. That is what this means. Nirodha. Rodha is roaming. Nirodha is no more roaming. In the Oga Tarane Sutraya, this has been explained. Pihita nositimin vayam nokaramin. How do you achieve? How do you get to dhyana? That is being explained in the Oga Tarane Sutra. It says Pihita nositimin. I haven't been doing anything. Vayam nokaramin. I haven't been putting any effort on anything. That is how I achieved dhyana. That is how I got to the dhyana. I wasn't doing anything. As in, I wasn't trying to do things. I just stopped doing everything, because what happens is we automatically do things. We are used to doing things. We are not used to stop doing things. Whenever we hear something, we are used to run around. What's that noise? You smell something. What's that? Right? You see something. You want to look. Who's that? Kind of thing. Right? This is what we have been doing. So what you need to do is you need to not do these things, and then you get to the dhyana. You are doing what you are doing is raga, dvesha, moha. That is what you are doing. So when you stop doing, you stop the raga, dvesha, moha. So your putting effort is for raga, dvesha, moha. That is what we have been doing.